Hey guys, my name is Haydz and today I'm going to be taking you through my full office / setup tour, and as you can see I've got some pretty cool stuff to show you. This is my main setup on screen now, and just to the right a little bit I have all of my gadgets, shirts, my camera gear, all that good stuff, and behind me even more cool stuff. I got all the consoles, awards, YouTube stuff and all just other memory stuff like that. But let's start off here, bottom left hand side, I've got my main PC rig. Now, I custom built this guy about 3 years ago, and I'm not going to go too much into detail about the specs because basically, if I need more FPS, I'll buy a new graphics card. If I still need more performance, I'll get a new CPU and motherboard. It's pretty much as simple as that. Now, onto the good stuff. So I got my Apple iPhone here, my Kanga Immersive Pro headset, which I actually really love, and for those of you who don't know, I am the owner of Kanga Esports, and we recently got sponsored by Kanga Gaming. If you can't already tell by the massive chair and Kanga peripherals all over my setup, they've been really working with us and I really love their gear so far. They're of course on the Kanga official Twitter banner as well. But back to the headset, the reason why I like it so much is because I got a pretty big head and I found it hard to find one that fit, and this one was adjustable up the top and it had little knobs on the side to adjust it, and it's plugged into that Astro mix amp right next to it, and that's just for some extra software customizability. I also have another mix amp, which is the TC Helion Voice Live Play, and this lets me change my voice on the fly if I want to pretend to be a robot or change the pitch or anything like that. And that basically is plugged in via XLR cable up the boom arm into the AT2035. I believe that's the correct model number. If it's not, it's just the AT20 whatever that plugs in via XLR cable. And of course I have the shock mount for that, and the pop filter, which really helps out a lot. If you guys don't have a shock mount for whatever microphone you have, make sure to buy one of them, chuck it on a boom arm, you're good to go. Alright, next up is my Kanga keyboard. Now I absolutely love this thing. To be perfectly honest, there's not that much difference between all high quality keyboards, because they all use generally the same switches. The Kanga uses the Cherry MX Red switches, and I love them, so that's pretty much it. Next up is the 3 screens. Now I've got 3 ASUS 24-inch screens. The middle one is a 144Hz screen and the 2 side ones are 60Hz. And I would have all 240Hz if I could, but you know, just buy whatever you can afford. I chuck them on a monitor stand, as you can see, and they're good to go. This is just the Kanga control mousepad and the Kanga bunker. Now the bunker is absolutely amazing. If you don't have one, make sure to buy one because it stops your cable from getting stuck on things. Did you see that? It's amazing. Make sure to get one. This one is extremely good, doesn't move at all. I've also got my Audio-Technica in-ears and a little tub full of USBs and power banks and stuff just behind there. Now quickly onto the chair. This guy, just like kind of similar to the keyboard, there's not that much difference between the high quality chairs, but Kanga just goes that one little bit forward, a little bit more, and they give you like embroidered logo so it doesn't wear off like some other brands put sticker type things on there, and it kind of feels like real leather. I know it can't be because of how cheap this was and the price, but it feels like it. To the right of that, just in the corner, I do have my 2.1 surround sound system and my printer, and now to the goodies table. You may have been wondering, where was my mouse? Well, here it is. Kanga's actually sending me a brand new one, so I'm giving away that Minos X3 on my Twitter and on the Kanga page, so make sure to follow them. Also have a Paladin shirt and some skin codes, so definitely keep an eye out for that. This is my camera, 4G dongle, my Lenovo Y70 laptop. That's been absolutely amazing from whenever I leave my main setup, and the Yoga Lenovo tablet. It actually has a projector on it, as you can see. Absolutely amazing as well. I've used that every time I go out. Okay, now onto the back wall, which I can only really describe as my personal motivation and memory wall. I know a lot of people decide to put things that look good in their backdrop, but I really wanted to put things that were personal and reminded me of something in my life. As you can see, starting off with the Xbox and limited edition Star Wars poster, Then I've got my Nintendo 64 with my favourite games, as well as the first birthday card from my daughter, and of course the PlayStation 2 bag with the PS4. And just below that is actually one of my favourite achievements, hitting 100,000 subscribers. YouTube sent me that plaque, as well as all of the lanyards from all the massive events which I've been lucky enough to travel the world and attend and do media, content creation, like of course EA Play, which I went onto the Hollywood rooftops for some sick parties, E3 in LA, as well as all the PAXs, all that good stuff, and Minecraft was obviously a massive part of that. As you can see, I went to Minecon in London and did a trip all through Europe. That was honestly one of the best experiences of my life, meeting all the big YouTubers, and just, that was really at the peak of YouTube right there. And here we have all of my paladins, because right after YouTube I decided to become a pro gamer. And since then I created Kanga Esports and put together a team. We've won Overwatch and paladins tournaments. This one right there, as you can see, Path to DreamHack. I won the Oceanic Grand Finals with my team and we went to DreamHack in Spain. That was amazing as well. There was tons of after parties. We've been to the US multiple times. Really, we're just traveling the world playing video games. I mean, what more can you ask for there? So that's why I got that square. This one is really just right before I started YouTube. This is the games I used to play. I was playing on Xbox, and I played Gears of War, Halo, Call of Duty, all competitively. And then, of course, you saw a couple PS4 games on the end of there. That's because the competitive Call of Duty went to PS4. Then I just had some of the first PC games. And this one, what is this square? Well, that is my real estate square. I'm really passionate about real estate. I actually have a bunch of legislation books in there from when I got my certificate for in property services. And how many people do you know who are 24 and have multiple properties under their name? I mean, it's a really big achievement for me, and I just really love property. And here is my first microphone, first graphics card, first phone, which I had to hand in those little Coke tokens to get. I got my Game Boy Advance, DS, Nintendo 64 games. There's actually a Game Boy Black and White game, which I still have, which when you die, you got to start all over again. It's the old Mario. I got a box full of spare headsets, and just even some of them are unboxed. I got a box full of spare keyboards, and of course a little tub full of spare gaming mouses and mouse pads. I think that's pretty much it down here. There's actually there's a headset and another mouse pad in there. I've got a ton of spare gear and old gear. I just keep it behind me in case anything else breaks. But I just really want to thank you guys for watching this video. Please don't forget to chuck this video a like, subscribe, and check out all the social media links in the description. And if there's one thing I want to end this video with, it's that you should never give up. If you really want something, just invest the time, set your mind to it, and I'm sure you can achieve anything. But thanks for watching. As always, I'll see you guys in the next one.